Hello, I'm Chicken, and as you can see, I wouldn't make it very far in hardcore because I keep dying, and I am sick of it. See, I thought this full set of protection 4 was enough to keep me alive, but clearly I was wrong, so let's change that. The first step is to research and find out if there is any overpowered armor that makes it near impossible to die, and as it turns out, there is. All I have to do is enchant a set of armor in a way that shouldn't be possible. And the first step to doing that is jumping back in time to the same year that bees were added into Minecraft. And here we are back in Minecraft 1.14.2, the update where the impossible was possible. See, this is the update where it will allow me to combine those enchantments that normally doesn't work. But of course, as anything else in this game, I have some preparations to do first. Okay, and now that I've set up an area that's totally not just a pit in the ground for these villagers, it's time to choose what way I want to obtain all the emeralds that I need for the enchanted books. And for that, I essentially have two options. Option 1, this super relaxing and very easy zero-tick farm that will allow me to fully AFK the paper that I can then trade for emeralds. Or doing option number 2, spending a lot more time chopping down trees. Guess which one I did. Okay, and after spending a few hours chopping trees down, it was time to talk some numbers. See, I think I needed about 28 books or so. Some cost up to 64 emeralds, some cost as little as 15. So I will just use 32 as an average on every book, meaning it will require about 14 stacks of emeralds, or this many chests of sticks. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of sticks. Luckily, all that tree chopping was enough to get me all those sticks, so let's get to trading.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Okay, so after witnessing those villagers getting freaky, it was time to trade for some books. And for anyone who's done this before, you all know how painful villagers can be, but normally it is as simple as you place down a work block. As you can see, when you destroy it, they lose the job. So you can simply place one down, you can trade them, see if he has the book. If they don't, you simply remove the block and they lose the trade. However, in this update, sometimes they decide that, you know what, I actually would like to keep my job for a whole last day. So all I could do at that point was just sit there and wait until they lost it. And this made it take a lot longer, believe it or not. Made it significantly slower to trade with them. So that's when I started planning. Just lose your job, you freaky villager, please.
One eternity later.
Oh, what a beautiful village. It'd be a shame if someone, I don't know, slipped and accidentally pressed a button. So 2 hours later, and add about 10 minutes for that cinematic I made of getting revenge on the villagers, I had finally gotten the last book that I needed. It took about 3 to 4 hours of total trading with how difficult they were being in this particular update. Now I need to figure out the next problem. To combine all these books and this armor, I will need about 300 levels or so, I think. So it's time to beat the game and build an Enderman farm, I guess. Okay, and slapping Enderman for a few nights ended up giving me 14 pearls. The perfect amount. It gives me all 12 for the portal in case nothing is filled in and leaves me with 2 extra to find the portal. Which should be enough. Please be enough. It was enough. Alright, that went very smooth, and I also realized that collecting all these 71 levels from this is probably going to be enough to combine all of these books. So let's go ahead and see if it is. And there we go, that is the last book combined. See, I have to do this in a very specific order to make sure it doesn't become too expensive. Because if that happens, it kind of defeats the purpose of the video, because that will prevent me from making the armor. So I had to try a few different ways to combining stuff in a separate world, and I wrote down every step of it to make sure I wouldn't mess up. Anyways, it was now time to go and get this XP farm built. With all these supplies for it gathered, let's just go ahead and build it. Normally I'd do like a time lapse for this part, but I don't have replay mode in this old version of Minecraft, so I'm just gonna simply get it done like this. Okay, so hear me out. I know this might just look like a bunch of leaves going out into nowhere, but at the end of it there is an Enderman farm. I will link the video that I used for the farm down below. Anyways, let's just get to obtaining all these levels. As you can see by the footage behind me, this farm worked really well. There is, however, something I need to mention. In this footage I end up combining the armor pieces as I get the levels, because it saves me quite a lot of time in comparison to just getting the 300 levels and then enchanting everything in one go. So I'll see you back when I've combined the last piece with a book. And there we have it, the most broken enchanted armor has been made. Now all I have to do is smuggle this back to my main world, which I'm gonna be doing through the Nether like I did in my last video. With that done, you might think, okay, perfect, you got the armor you were looking for, that's it, right? No, because this armor stinks. it's still missing some very, very important stuff. We need to upgrade the armor to netherite. That's step number 1. Super easy. And step number 2 is I need to add the rarest armor trim onto this armor, so I can flex on everyone in my single player world. Right, it's only me here. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's see how truly overpowered this set of armor is. Okay, we're down in a mine. Let's see what a creeper does to me. That's it? That's it. What about a skeleton? Does he even do any damage? He's trick shot. He doesn't even do any damage. You know, if I put thorns on this armor, which I probably should have, they would have just ended up murdering themselves instead of me having to deal with them. Alright, let's bring this zombie... Ooh, here we have a perfect way to try it. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, this armor is just ridiculous. Now you see, sometimes I'm a little bit goofy, and I realized that I forgot to put Swift Sneak on my legs. And I don't have any Swift Sneak books left, so I have to go explore some ancient cities real quick, which shouldn't take very long at all because I have a warden switch, so no wardens will be bothering me. Oh, there we have it. Okay, not only 1 but 2 Swift Sneak 3 books, alright. And now I should be able to... Yeah, okay. Now, do I rename these? No, I don't, it doesn't matter. Now I should be able to... Yeah, look at that. Look at the speed I'm sneaking at. And from my throne of spawners, I thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to see how I got this throne, click the video linked up here. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.